I'm Hal Humphreys, and this is your weekly briefing from Appraiser eLearning. There's a parable of two guys sitting by the river, and as they're sitting there chatting, they notice a child in the river screaming, drowning, floating downstream. They jump into the river and they save the child. As they're putting that child on the bank, another one floats down the river, screaming, drowning, so they save that one. A third and fourth and fifth one. And finally, one of the guys just takes off and starts walking away. His buddy says, "Where are you going? We've got to save these children." And his buddy says, "I'm going upstream to stop the guy from throwing the kids in the river." I got that story from Stephanie Shaw in Mississippi. We hosted the ACTS conference a couple of weeks ago, and one of the things I love about a conference is you get to spend time with people and hear their stories and hear their ways of thinking. Stephanie shared that parable with me, and it got me to thinking about how do we think about upstream issues? As appraisers, our entire day is spent dealing with emergencies. How many emails do you get every day that say, "Urgent, please update us on the status of this report. Urgent, please verify that it's going to be turned in on the due date." This happens 10 days before the due date, 5 days before the due date, 3 days before the due date, the day of the due date, the day of the due date again, and an hour before it's actually due. And every one of those emails is marked urgent. Everything is a fire that has to be put out. Here's a question. Can we as appraisers think upstream, and maybe instead of doing the heroic saving kids and pulling them out of the river, or doing the heroic answering these questions every time they come in, is there a way we can go upstream and avoid the urgency, avoid the emergency altogether? I have been fortunate to be involved with Dustin Harris and his appraiser coaching products over the past couple of months. And thinking about this month's topic, upstream, made me think about Dustin Harris and the appraiser coach and how he approaches this business. And one of the things he does is he deals with upstream problems. Dustin talks about working on your business and working in your business. And part of the working on your business part is looking upstream and dealing with upstream things and setting up processes and ways to do things so that you don't have emergencies every single day. I'm Hal Humphreys, and that's your weekly briefing from Appraiser eLearning.